everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I hope you will hit that subscribe button because you'll find new DIYs and tutorials here every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I know I still have all of my fall and Halloween decor up, but I am itching to get started on my Christmas decor crafts so that I have them ready once the season finally rolls around. But before we get started with today's tutorial, I want to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Absolutely love how simple HelloFresh is. All of the ingredients and recipes are delivered right to your front door, so there's no more trips to the grocery store or for takeout. They have so many delicious options as well. They have more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit. They're also very, very flexible, so you can add extra meals to different weeks or even skip weeks if you need to. As a very busy working mom, I definitely appreciate the convenience of HelloFresh, as there's no meal planning or grocery shopping and very little meal prep. HelloFresh is now from $5.66 per serving. Get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and enter DailyDIYer80. We all really loved these chicken pineapple quesadillas. It was a new recipe for us and they were so simple to make, very, very quick and easy, and they were so delicious too. Definitely a new family favorite. And in today's tutorial, I have 3 different buffalo check farmhouse style home decor pieces to create for your holiday decor. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and make the advent calendar first. So from Dollar Tree, I have one of these silver metal trays. They have Mod Podge at Dollar Tree and also this pack of 6 magnets. And then the other supplies I have is my hot glue, my white chalk paint and foam paintbrush, some buffalo check ribbon. I got this from Hobby Lobby. And then also this decal. I will have this in my Etsy shop, which is crossmyheart.com. If you want to check that out, I'll link that down below. And the first thing we're going to do is start by adding some white chalk paint to our silver tray here. And here's the tray after 1 coat of paint. Obviously it didn't do a very good covering, so we're gonna have to add at least 1, probably 2 more coats to this to get really good coverage. And then I'm also going to paint 1 of these blue magnets with the white chalk paint as well. Alright, so here's what the tray looks like. I gave it 3 coats of the white chalk paint, and then I gave the magnet 2 coats because we're going to cover it here in a second. We just needed to make sure we didn't see any of that blue. I wanted to mention that I did the underneath side too. That way, depending on where you set your tray, you know, you don't see any of the blue hanging out around the edges. And now we're going to Mod Podge the buffalo check ribbon on the top here. So to do that, I'm going to use this matte finish Mod Podge from Dollar Tree. I'm going to put the Mod Podge on first. I'm going to cut a square of my ribbon, lay it on top, and then Mod Podge over it again. And then once it's dry, I'll come back and cut the circle out so it has a more finished look. So now while that dries, we're gonna work on the decal part. So like I said, I have this in my Etsy shop, which is at crossmyheart.com. It'll come completely ready to go, so I'll show you how to apply it here in a minute. If you have a vinyl cutter or a vinyl machine that accepts SVG files or JPEG files that you can trace, I will have this design in my Etsy shop as well. I know these things kind of get tedious to space and figure up and make look even, so I am making it available as a file as well. And if you buy it as a file and have a vinyl cutter, then you can make it as big or as small as you want it and put it on whatever you want and in whatever color you want. If you're going to buy the decal, it'll come just this size in black, so you can add it to your surface really, really simply. Let me show you how to do that. Alright, so if you have a decal ready to go, I always take my squeegee here and just make sure I rub on it good so that all of the vinyl transfers to the transfer tape. That is what is this paper topper here. So you just peel your transfer tape back, and your vinyl, you might have to work with it a little bit to get it started, but you can press really hard on this, and that's what really helps transfer it. So you just peel this back a little at a time to make sure you get all of these pieces as you go down to pull the whole sheet apart. Alright, so here is a look at the vinyl that's transferred onto the transfer sheet. We don't need this anymore. This is just the paper backing. And then you're going to very carefully place your decal straight onto your project. So you could do this on wood if you wanted. You could do this on a mirror even. You could do it on plastic if you already have a project made. Alright, so once you have it straight and where you want it, you can take your squeegee and push down on the top here. And you peel back a corner, and your vinyl will transfer onto your project. Super duper simple and easy. You just take your time and you'll get a nice transfer. And now I thought it'd be cute to give this a little bow topper that's going to match our magnet, and also a little tree trunk. So I'm going to use my black Sharpie marker to give it just a very simple basic trunk, and then I'm going to use my buffalo check ribbon to make a small bow to go on the top of our tree. To make the bow, I'm just going to take the end and make a loop here. So it looks like this. And we're going to find the middle here. So we have 2 equal size loops on both sides. And then you just crease the middle here. And we're going to use some twine, which I got this from the Dollar Tree as well. It's just white string to tie up the middle to keep it all together. Maybe wrap this around a couple times so it has a nice sturdy middle. So it looks like this. And then I'm just going to tie a knot in the back. So I just cut the string off, and now I'm going to cut the end of the ribbon off. I'm going to even up my loops so they're the same size again on both sides. Fluff it a little bit, and then I'll hot glue it to the middle of the top part of our tree here. And now that our magnet is dry, I'm just going to take my scissors and trim around the outside to match the circle size of our magnet. Now we're gonna make a cute little vase, or you could use it for lots of different things. You could put candy in it, you could put a Christmas tree out the top of it, you could put flowers in it, You could give it as a gift and put like a cake mix or something in it. So lots of different options for this. What we're gonna use from Dollar Tree is one of their buffalo check scarves. This is fleece fabric. I also, of course, have this jar, which I really love these. I used these at Christmas last year, even on my coffee bar. I have some jute and my white chalk paint out again, and I'm just gonna give my jar, I'm gonna take the lid off and give it 3 coats of the white chalk paint. Now that my jar is covered with 3 coats of the chalk paint, I'm gonna wrap it with a strip of this scarf and glue it into place with my hot glue. And then I'm just gonna wrap a little bit of my jute around it to give it some more of that farmhouse look. And now for our last project, we'll make a cute little framed buffalo check snowflake sign. So I have this square shaped, smaller scale picture frame. I also have my fleece scarf again and white chalk paint. I also am going to be using this acrylic paint by Americana in the color Traditional Burnt Umber. And then the snowflakes are from Dollar Tree as well. They are wooden. I have foam paintbrushes, my hot glue again, as well as scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and take this sign apart, or this frame apart first, and I'm gonna paint the frame itself with a couple coats of the white chalk paint. All right, so I'm gonna change up my design, and it actually works out really nice. I'm kind of happy about this. So the frame, when I went to go take it apart, it has this foam inside of it, and that is keeping the glass in there, so I'm not able to take the glass out. And the reason is because the inside piece is this 2-layered cardboard, so it left some extra room in there so this didn't get squished. So I am still gonna go ahead and paint my frame white, but I'm gonna use some painter's tape around the glass so I don't get paint on the glass. And then I'm gonna take this apart. I actually want to just put the buffalo check on the back here. I'm gonna take this part off and paint the circle white. So the frame took 3 coats of white paint, and this circle took 4 just because I had to cover up some brighter colors. And now I need to add some of this Traditional Burnt Umber acrylic paint to my snowflake here. I'm going to do just a light coat so it gives it more of a wood stained look instead of just a painted brown look. And then I'm also going to wrap this piece of cardboard with my scarf and then put it all back together in my picture frame. if these tutorials inspired you. If they did, please give this video a thumbs up for me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button next to me, and below it I have more great DIY tutorials for you to check out. And you can also follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I'll have those linked down in the description box below. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.